You can't limit your sourcing opportunities. There are so many different places that you can dig for gold. And we want to try to maximize as much of those opportunities as we can. We spreading butter on all the toast. YouTube fam, welcome back to Mess Hall Digs. If this is your first time joining us, first of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to bother even clicking on this and watching what we do over here on Mess Hall Digs. I am a part-time reseller, but I do it with a full-time mindset because there ain't no half-stepping over here. We don't half-step on Mess Hall Digs. We go all in to try to make it like this is all we do. This is a business, trying to make it a business, but I do it part-time for now. I have a full-time job, I have a part-time job, and I do this. And I'm making YouTube videos. A busy dude right over here. So thank you for tuning in. It's been a while since I posted a video. Going on almost 3 weeks now. Good reason for that, though, because stores are starting to open up. Open arms. Come back in. Come join us, Mess Hall. Our sourcing opportunities are plentiful for thee. We harvest the cure for your lean purse. Don't wait upon the morrow, come now. And so every free second that I've had, I've been sourcing. I've been getting as much inventory as possible I ran out of things to list. While we were on lockdown and all my stores were closed, I listed everything in my death pile and I ran out of things to list. So as soon as things started opening back up, I went out and spent every free second just sourcing everywhere. And that's what this video is going to be about. Of course, I concentrated on shoes first because that's my first love. It's what I know the best. And I had to get my shoe inventory up to par. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 10 different locations that I sourced shoes from. Examples of the shoes that I copped and the 10 different places that I went to get them. Because I don't want you sitting there saying, well, Mess Hall, I went to the Goodwill. They didn't have nothing, so I quit. No, I'm going to give you a bunch of different places you can go, different sources. So let's get this thing rolling. Thanks for joining me. Let's go. Shoe number 1 on the list. Now, if you have listened to my channel, followed my teachings on this show, I have at least in 4 or 5 videos mentioned that looking out for the child size, the mini-me version of popular sneakers is a very good thing to look out for. I call them baby Jordans. Now, I call them baby Jordans even if they're Adidas. I call them baby Jordans. Because it's cute. It's just a cute little thing. I tell her, hey, babe, look at my baby Jordan. She's like, but those are Adidas. I'm like, yeah, but they're baby Jordans. Anyway, a lot of sneaker collectors, a lot of sneaker heads, a lot of shoe fanatics love getting a very nice Jordan, Adidas, whatever sneaker, and then matching it with their kid, with little man or little woman. So they look the same. So I got the Jordans, and my little man got the same Jordans. And it's crazy. This is an example of how crazy it is out there. I found these Jordan Shadow 1s. Now, I knew they were Jordan Shadow 1s from across the way. I said, those look like Jordan Shadow 1s. I was at Goodwill. So, of course, everyone knows about Goodwill. This is sourcing opportunity place number 1, Goodwill. I found these baby Jordan size 12C now, Jordan 1 Shadows at Goodwill. And they sold already. And guess how much they sold for? You'll never guess. First of all, I picked them up for $3.99. They sold for $90. 90 bucks. Because for one, they're very limited. Now, of course, not all baby Jordans are going to sell for $90, but a lot of them are very sought after. Anytime you find a child size of a shoe that's popular, pick it up. And I want to share these gems with you. I picked these up today from the Goodwill. These baby Jordan 5s right here. Look at it. Look how cute these are. These are 10C right here. Little baby Jordan 5s. Now, they're not the silver tongue ones, which are like the most sought after. They have red tongue ones as well. These are the black tongue. But some of the comps are up there in like the $35 range. So still, not a bad cop for $3.99 at the Goodwill. It's a good flip, bro. It's a good flip. All right, source number 2. Another one that I try to beat into your heads. Source from your own house, your own closet. These I sourced from my own closet. They're the Jordan 2 Black History Month. Now, the reason I got rid of these is I didn't wear them as much. I wore them a few times. They were still in really good condition. I just didn't really like the way they looked with a lot of the outfits I was rocking. You know, they look kind of like big combat boots almost. They're a little too chunky for my taste. I love the colorway. I love the design. I love the concept. I like Jordan 2s. These just weren't the ones for me. So because I wasn't wearing them that much, I went ahead and got rid of them. So do the same thing. Source from your own closet. Do it right now. Pause the video. Go grab something. Get to selling. Source number 3. Now this one is going to fall into that category of like a local shoe store. So this would be like a Hibbett Sports or like a Dick's Sporting Goods or like a Shoe Carnival or something of that sort. Those are places I always just run into real quick. I know they don't have the best quality sometimes. Hibbett Sports, they do have a lot of fly sneakers in Hibbett Sports now. I don't know if you have a Hibbett Sports near you. Dick's Sporting Goods is hit and miss sometimes as well. But these shoe stores have clearance sales just like every other store does. So I keep my eye out. I keep my ear to the streets. And I see who's having sales. I stumbled across these at Hibbett Sports. They had the Adidas Ultra Boost. These are the Ultra Boost 19s. And they had them half off. They only had limited sizes left. I ran in there. I got these for $65. And these sold already as well. I sold them for $110 plus shipping. So I made a pretty decent profit on these. So Adidas Ultra Boosts are a very sought after shoe. Don't get them confused with the Pure Boost. You can find Pure Boost a lot. They're not Ultra Boost. Ultra Boost is the one you want to be looking for. So don't sleep on your local shoe stores, Dick's, Hibbett, Shoe Carnival, places of that sort. All right, so sourcing opportunity number 4 would be a local thrift store. So not one of these big name brand ones like Goodwill or whatever, or Salvation Army, but just kind of like a local thrift shop. We have a couple of them around here in my area that are owned just by some dudes that have a lot of stuff. They decided to open up a thrift store. And I found these awesome shoes when I went and visited this locally owned thrift store in my area. These are the On running shoes. They call them On Clouds. It's a newer brand. It came out in 2010 if you're not familiar. This is a Swiss company. I believe it's from Zurich, Switzerland. It was started by like 3 homies with like the Swiss Alps in mind. Let's get the best running shoe on the planet. They engineered. and came up with this shoe, and it's caught on like wildfire. It's a very popular running shoe. It's called On Cloud. You can see a little symbol, has like the O and the N on the side panel. Very, very sought after shoe. They retail between like $130, $140 brand new. I found these. I couldn't believe I found them. It's the first time I've ever found this shoe in a used marketplace. But they were in fabulous condition, like 9 out of 10 condition. So I was super pumped. I had to pay like $9 for them, so I paid up a little bit, but I knew they were going to sell for a high margin. I did end up selling them for $65 used. So this is definitely a shoe you need to be looking out for. On Cloud, Swiss engineered, very good running shoe, has a big cult following, and local thrift shops is my number 4 sourcing spot. Sourcing spot number 5. Now this is kind of like a lower tier. Don't spend a whole lot of time in these stores. But as I've always said, I never met a store I didn't like. But these are the type of stores I only spend a few minutes in. It's a dine and dash type thing. I run in, I scope out certain things that I'm really looking for, and then I'm up out of there. Now, in my area, we have a bargain hunt. If you don't have a bargain hunt, it's similar to like a Big Lots or like a Steinmart type place where they have some name brand things. It's another one of these stores that just buys, clearance lots, and they pick through and they just try to sell as much of it as they can. I found these, was one of the best finds I've ever had at like a bargain hunt type store. These were a Tiger Woods golf shoe. And of course, Tiger Woods is endorsed by Nike. Golf courses are opening back up. Golf fever is about to hit. So I knew this was a perfect pickup for me. You can see it's got the TW, the Tiger Woods logo on the heel. I picked these up for $35 at Bargain Hunt, and they already sold. I sold them for $78. So it was a great flip all around. But don't sleep on these little box store type places that no one really goes into. The Bargain Hunts, Steinmarts, Big Lots, those type places. Just peek your head in. Just take a peek. Go digging in there and see what's happening. All right, number 6, antique stores. You've heard me preach about it. I preach, and I preach. Antique stores. Now, I know what the stigma is. You cruise by an antique store and you think it's just filled up with porcelain ducks and old school desks and quilts and mothballs. That's not the case at all. When you go into an antique store, a lot of times they have booths that people can rent out. So you go in there and one booth might be all porcelain ducks or something. Another booth might be sports stuff. You might have old furniture, old quilts, old posters, old rusted cans of oil or whatever. I go into an antique store any chance I get. The area that I'm in, we have a lot of them. There's probably like 11 antique stores between Tennessee and Kentucky that I frequent. I put them all on my roadmap. Some are better than others, but most of them have booths where people are selling things that they know about, and then they just throw things in the booth just to make it look like it's full. And they don't really know too much about the other stuff. It's just stuff that they picked up along the way, and they're going to try to sell it and get rid of it. You can find really great bargains in places like this, because they'll be like, okay, here's this and this and this, and you'll see like, okay, they've priced all these things correctly, but then there'll be like a random shirt, random pair of shoes. One time I found a vintage Oilers jacket. They were selling for $10, and I sold it for $180. So there's things that they're not really in that niche, so they don't know too much about it, but they know that someone's going to want to buy it, so they'll just throw it in that booth with the rest of their stuff. And it's a great opportunity for you to catch somebody slipping. And that's my favorite thing when mess hall's digging.
I love to catch you slipping. It makes me feel so good when I say, wow, how did they not know this thing was super valuable? Like, they're in the biz. They're in the business of selling things and reselling things. And they had no idea they had this gem and they just let me snatch it up from them. But it's okay. I'll oblige. I'll oblige that. And it happened with these right here. So these are Keen, a brand that you need to be on look for. Most Keen things that I find are like in the sandal version. They make a lot of like the trail running through the hills. If I gotta dash through a river or a puddle, I'm still good because I got on these trekking sandals. Like, that's kind of what Keen's all about. And they also make like boots like these ones. And I know a lot of dudes, when they go hunting or fishing or whatever, this is a good boot for them because it's all terrain. It's waterproof. They can get up in the mud with them. So Keen is a really, really good brand. I picked them up for $3. So obviously it was somebody that didn't really know the value of what they had. They were in really good condition. And these already sold as well for $35 plus shipping. So I turned 3 into 35 at the antique store. Caught somebody slipping. Your boy was there to scoop them up. Tip number 7. Now, this is for more like advanced sneakerhead sourcing, man. Like, don't get involved in this unless you're ready. I do have the Sneakers app. Now, the Sneakers app is a very, very dangerous thing. You have to kind of know what you're doing when you're messing with the Sneakers app. Now, this is what the symbol looks like. You can find it in your app store. It's directly linked to Nike. But on this app is specifically, they launch like hype stuff. Like the hypest stuff that's coming out that's not going to really be sold in stores. It's not going to be sold on Nike.com just yet. It's like the hypest stuff coming out. This is where most of the Jordan releases, anything Nike that's hot, the new Air Max is coming out. This is where they're going to launch it. And they give you dates on the app of when it's launching, the price. You just kind of have to judge what's going to be the hottest stuff and what's going to sell out fast. And you can make a lot of money reselling with this app. But you have to be quick on the draw. I'll tell you that. Because things sell out in seconds on the Sneakers app. Good example, the Sneakers just launched the Chunky Dunkies, which is a Nike SB Dunk. Retail was $100 for these shoes. And right now, the cheapest I've found them are $1,400 on the resale market. So this is a great place to source. If you know what you're doing, take the time to kind of research what's coming out. There are some guys out there that give you tips, like Seth Fowler's a good one, of what he thinks is going to sell, what he thinks is going to sit. When these Jordan 13s are about to hit, the Flint Grays, they've been talking about the Jordan 13 Flints for a while. So these are one of the shoes I was looking out for. I was lucky enough to cop them. I paid $190 retail, and I sold them like immediately for $299. So I made a lot of money back. It's a great opportunity to do that. Make sure you do your research before you get involved with the Sneakers app. And right along line with the Sneakers app, we'll move on to tip number 8. Make sure you're researching online. This falls in with the online arbitrage. Nike.com, Adidas.com, Foot Locker, Champ Sports, Puma.com, whatever. A lot of these sites are always having deals, clearance deals. I always sign up for their newsletter. Yeah, it sucks because you get a bunch of emails that you're probably never going to read. But I do pay attention to, we're having a special 50% off clearance sale on certain items for the next 3 days or whatever. You'll get those alerts in your email. Check those sites frequently for clearance deals. I have a lot of times picked something up from Nike.com or Foot Locker that was on clearance and then just flipped it on eBay and sold it at full price, if that makes sense. So I'll buy something for 70% off and I'll sell it on eBay for what the full retail price was. I've done that a bunch of times, It's a different strategy. It's another sourcing opportunity you can have. It's easy. You can just spend the night on your computer researching, going to different websites, see what's on sale, check what's on sale, and navigate that up against what eBay is selling it for, what the comps are for that item. And I did that with these Jordan golf shoes. So I got an alert. I'm a Nike.com member. I have the app. I got a hint that these Jordan golf shoes were going to go on clearance. I ended up copping these for like $65 on Nike.com. I snatched them up, free shipping, $65, all paid in full. They got to me. I inspected them. They were good to go. I threw them on eBay. I sold them for $123 the next day after I got them in the mail. So it's another great thing to do. It can get a little pricey though. If you're first starting out, probably not the best strategy because you have to dump some money into a strategy like this. But there is money to be made when you're buying clearance sneakers on these websites and then flipping them for full price on eBay or Mercari or Poshmark. All right, sourcing spot number 9 is Marshalls. Now I love Marshalls because at Marshalls you get the box with the shoe. And to a lot of sneaker collectors, sneakerheads, shoe aficionados, shoe motherfuckers, they like the box. They like the box with their shoes. And Marshalls gives you the box with the shoes. So it's different than what we'll talk about in the next tip, like Ross or whatever. You don't get the box. You just get the shoes. It just makes the customer feel more appreciated. I want the box with the shoe. It makes them feel like it is for show, brand new. I got the box and everything. And they like to keep the box and do whatever. I don't know. The box is a big deal. And Marshalls, you can get the box with the shoes. So these Adidas right here, these red shell toe Adidas, I got these at Marshalls. I copped them for like $27.99 and I sold them for $70. It was a great flip. Marshalls always has deals. They have a nice big clearance section. Go in there, dig around. Always have your phone with you. Always look at comps. All you gotta do is look at the art number or the item number on the Nike tongue. Look the shoes up, see if it's worth it, see if it's worth the flip for you. I mean, you can make a full-time living, honestly. You can make a full-time living just buying shoes and flipping them at Marshalls. I've heard of people doing this. Yeah, you might make $10 to $15 profit off each pair you sell, and you need kind of a big sum of money to get started in that way, but it's possible. You can just sell hundreds of shoes a month and make a very good living. So something you need to look into is Marshalls. Go in there, do your research, study. Don't sleep on Marshalls. You get the box with the shoe, the box. All right, here we go. Last tip. So last tip number 10, as I previously mentioned in tip number 9, Ross, Burlington, TJ Maxx, places like this. Yes, they do sell shoes as well. They sell shoes at a great discount rate. But like I said before, you don't get the box with them. So when you buy these shoes and list them, you will list them as new other, which means they don't have the box. You could still make great money doing it this way. I sell probably 15 to 20 pairs of shoes a month just from the ones I cop from Ross. They always have great deals. They always have sneaker sales, especially right now. As soon as Ross reopened their stores, which is about maybe a week and a half ago, they had crazy deals in there. I think I bought every pair of baseball and football cleats they had. They were clearanced out. Some I got them as low as $2.99 brand new. No, sneakerheads and people like that care about the box. A lot of Americans don't. They just want brand new shoes. And Ross is a great place. TJ Maxx, Burlington. I got these shoes right here. These Nike Pegasus Plums. They had the cork insoles. These are beautiful shoes. I was kind of secretly hoping they wouldn't sell because these were my size, a size 12. I wanted to keep them so bad. But they did sell. I copped them at Burlington. They were $35 there. Sold them new without box for $90. So it was a great flip, great sale. So don't sleep on those stores. Check them out. Ross, Burlington, TJ Maxx. Look at the shoe sections. Look at comps. See what you can make happen. All right, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're still hanging in there with me, please like and subscribe. Ask me questions. I'm here to help. I respond usually within 5 minutes when you send me a question or make a comment. Thanks for tuning in. This is my mission, man. My mission is just to help you guys. I'll give you everything I got. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I don't know everything there is to know about online selling, but I do know what I know. And I've been doing pretty good. And I guarantee you I can help launch you into this. I can at least give you that. I'll give you all my sourcing tips. I'll give you all my strategies, everything. Watch my videos that help you with shipping, how to clean things. I got you. Reach out to me. Until next time.
I am a blue, and I like to blue. And you like to me to blue, and I like to blue, blue. As well as when I blue, you like to blue, and I like to blue too. And we blue, 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 blue.